All right, so the mission for today is to go ahead and treat a situation that I found yesterday, which was carpenter ants crunching away at my wood that I selected for the log cabin. So that is obviously a serious issue, and I haven't seen them or anything new that I've cut down, but apparently the wood is drying out enough for them to start to attack it. So let me take you guys over there so I can show you what I mean. All right, so it's raining, so I'm not sure if you're gonna hear what I heard yesterday, but I came through here yesterday, was getting an idea of the lay of the land, looking at this ledge, granite or rock that's here now, and seeing that that's gonna be my high point, highest point, where basically where the logs are now in the area. So doing some figuring as far as where I'm going to put the cabin and how much material I'm going to need. But anyway, so I'm standing here and I hear a crunch, 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 crunch. I'm like, what in the world is that? I've heard that sound before throughout the forest, but throughout the woods here, but didn't realize it was this close to home. So let me see if I could find a spot here and show you guys what I saw. What's the best thing to do here? Yeah. Basically, I just followed the sound yesterday and I saw the telltale signs of carpenter ants. Here we go. Here's a perfect example. So you can see the sawdust here. And little sticks, little twigs. So you see another pile here. So this is where, man, this one is really infested. Another pile here. There you go, perfect example. Another pile right there. So I'm not sure if this was on the underside of where I picked it up from, and this may be where where the log was resting, but it's a concern enough to go ahead and see what I have to do to prevent my wood here from being ruined by carpenter ants. So I didn't actually see one, but this is the sign that more than likely it's the carpenter ants. So what I did was get some bait traps and not traps, but bait stations. So ooh, yeah, so if you look under here, you can see a whole mound right there. So, and this is not the same log we were just looking at. It's actually it is. Wow. Nope. You got more over here. You got more over here. So this is evidently, see that the carpenter ants don't eat the wood, from what I understand now. So basically what they do is when they're boring their tunnels to make their nest, because really all they're doing is preparing their nest. So they kick out, they push out any of the wood that they've bored into the log with. So basically they're there just with their teeth grinding away, cutting away at the wood. This is white pine, so it's soft enough to allow them to do what they need to do. and I've seen them before in, say, the center of a log or a tree that I've cut down. A lot of times the center is the area that's dead, and the ants just go all the way up. Sometimes I see almost to the top where the branches are, and they eat out that center since it's dry and it's wet. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is, instead of spraying, I don't want to spray yet because of you know, possible contamination, insecticide and stuff like that. So I'm not sure where my well is going to be dug at, so I drilled that, so I don't want to go ahead and have an issue with well water and stuff like that. So these bait traps are small enough, so basically they eat it. They eat the bait, they go ahead and yeah. So I cleaned out Lowe's, and then I went to Home Depot and got the rest. So there's 46 trees, and I'm figuring I need at least 3 of these per tree to make sure, because they're 40, roughly 40, sometimes 45 feet long. So I'm going to spread these around close to the logs, and yeah, take it from there. But yeah, it's a little disheartening. The good thing is that it's not termites, from what I can tell, because termites would consume that wood instead of kicking it out. So the good thing is that it is basically you know, a situation where it's they're just making a home. So if I can attract them to bait and kill the nest, kill the queen, and you know, any ants that come close to this again, they'll be eating the bait, and I'll keep these pretty much refreshed. The plan is to yeah, to keep an area where it's free of carpenter ants. So we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, I can see that sawdust there. Wow, crazy. I'm glad I caught it, because the last thing you want to do is forget about these logs for a while, and a month or two from now I come back to start to move them, and I realize that this issue was here all along. So another couple of trees here. I'm hoping I see zero evidence of carpenter ants. That would be a good day. Nope, no such luck. Got it right here. Wow, all right, so got my work cut out for me. Hopefully smell that and come right to it. I got here, here, there, there. I think 3 for each tree is going to be enough. Still amazes me the size of these trees that I took down. Beautiful. Okay, find an area that's, yep, the tree isn't close. proximity to the ground. There's this basically a tree that's been crushed by this tree that I felled. So that's enough for the ants to go back and forth up and down on that tree. 1, 2, I guess the second one. Yeah, I see sawdust. Oh man, every single one of these so far has evidence of ants. Yeah, let's do this. Everything looks really different from the winter when I cut these down until now. Definitely the growth has changed the look of the terrain tremendously. So a lot of these spots don't look familiar anymore, but I have a rough idea of where I felled each tree at. So I also have it mapped out on a GPS, but trying to navigate my screen right now while it's raining will be more of a frustration than anything. So yeah, open like this, when the area is open like this is perfect. So I just go ahead and do what I need to do. Okay, I think there's another tree in here somewhere. Not gonna go too crazy. Today will be a day that I'm not gonna get all of them, but I'd like to get most of them. Wow, this is thick. It's been a while. I remember this one pretty intricately. This little unpredictable which way the tree was going to fall, but all right. So once in a while I like to put the camera on myself, but when I'm finished I'm going to be proud of the project and what I did. But for now, sometimes these setbacks, this is definitely a setback, but it's not a fatal blow, but good enough to get me motivated to make sure I get these logs out to a clearing area. If I have to go ahead and treat them, I'll treat them. Ideally, if I treat them out here, in other words, if I spray them, it won't be close to the cabin site where I'm going to be digging for my well. But I would like to avoid that. And also, yeah, just any contamination, I'd like to avoid it. That's why they're using bait instead of spraying. But yeah, so, and also I'm going to have to debark them. And that's going to be a whole nother story. So I don't want to spray the bark with something that I'm going to have to go ahead and use a power tool or a hand tool to scrape off. It causes a lot of more dust, and I don't want to have to necessarily be putting a hazmat suit on to work on this project. So I'm not seeing a tremendous amount of dust, of sawdust. So this may be something that's not as bad. Termites would definitely be worse because you wouldn't be able to tell where they're at. And they're consuming what they're biting off. So that's a whole different story. But yeah, I think I'm going to come back when I can film a little better, and also walk on the trees without slipping and breaking my neck. But yeah, I may have a couple more stops along the way, but for the most part, I think I have an understanding of what I need to do to prevent catastrophic damage to the 46 trees that I felled so far. And yeah, worst comes to worst, you might see some holes here and there, but I don't think that's the end of the world. I can always patch those over once the colonies are dead. And yeah, take it from there. So let's ride back.